What do you want, woman?
Those are quarts, not pints.
Pints.
They're not pints, they're quarts.
Who asked you?
I'm just letting you know this.
I just said it was 100 gallons of pickles.
And then you said it was pints.
We got 600 gallons of pickles here. It doesn't matter what that woman says. Hey.
Nice, Gina. I'm trying to help
They're
you.
quarts.
You don't look like a dumbass.
They're quarts. They're quarts. Some jalapenos right here. And a pint jar. Right? Yeah, this is a pint, right? So, I have a friend who on Facebook, when I posted this picture of me making hamburger slices, dill pickle hamburger slices, he's like, Mike, that'd be a great video, how-to video to post up. So I'm just gonna do it down quick and dirty, no fanciness, just gonna show you how to make this, get this done right away. So this is what you need to do. All right, first, you're gonna wanna go and you wanna use your sea salt. You wanna use about a cup of this sea salt. Trust me, you're gonna flavor this to what your desire is. You're gonna keep on tasting it, so trust me, you're not gonna use too much. You'll probably actually add more. 2, you wanna use your garlic salt. You're gonna use that, you're gonna flavor that to what you like. This is what I like to use. Trust me, I'm constantly tasting this to make sure I'm doing it right, or it's what I like. I'll put a little bit of garlic powder, some dill weed, and then I like to finish it off. When I get everything boiled up, I'll put a couple black peppercorns and some squeezable garlic in there. You're gonna wanna put enough water in there to dissolve that salt and get everything mixed up so you can make yourself a nice little slurry. And then what I do is I start splashing vinegar in until I get it flavored to my perfect taste that I want. Because you can ruin pickles with too much vinegar, trust me, it is possible. All right, so next up, you're gonna want to let these sit in that brine solution for 24 hours on the countertop. What I like to do is I'll put a plate, I'll fill this up with water until they all start to float. I'll put a plate on it, and then I'll take a cup like a mason jar and start filling it up with water until that plate pushes all the pickles down. All right, key. Let them sit on the countertop just like that for 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, put them in the fridge and let them sit for another 12 hours to 16 hours. You can go another 24 hours just to make it simple. You're gonna wanna take that brine that we used for those pickles and you're gonna wanna heat it up. Now you're not gonna wanna get this thing totally boiling, roiling, because it's gonna make a froth and it's gonna burn the side of your pot and you're gonna lose a lot of your ingredients on the side of the pot. Next, you're gonna wanna take your jars. You wanna get these things full, underwater, boiling, 10 minutes. Remember, everything roughly sits about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to boil and sanitize your jar and lids. 10 minutes after you fill your pickles up and you go to canning. So 10 minutes in this process right here. Little trick, you keep that covered, that pot covered, this thing will boil a whole lot faster, all right? Ooh, boy, that's hot. So you guys be careful when you're messing with this, because that thing's roaring. Ooh, ooh, call the police. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour these jars out. We're gonna pull them out. We're gonna pull the jars out. We're gonna put them on this cook sheet with a little bit of rag. You wanna use a clean rag, because you just sanitize these. So don't use your dirty dish rag that you got sitting on your oven right here. One that everybody dries their hands off with. No. You wanna go fresh. You wanna go fresh. Okay, so we're gonna use a nice, cool, cotton, clean breeze type of white cotton linen because that's what the jars like. They prefer the white cotton linen. It makes them happy and they make happy pickles. So clean, spotless, keyword, no germs, sanitizing jars. Don't reintroduce them to germs because you're gonna get botulism. Nobody wants that. Tracking? All right. Man, you gotta be super careful with this because this thing will pop and it's gonna get you right in the farm and you're gonna go, ooh, ah. Right. So that we don't wanna do that. Nobody wants to sit there and go, ooh, ah, wada wada bing bang all day long. So I like to take them. If you're really smart about this, you'll use like a big old like barbecue mitt, something that protects you from dropping water on you. Me, I'm slightly challenged, so I just go for it because my pain receptacles are, my pain receptors, they're a little bit not advanced, if you know what I mean. So, all right, we're gonna put these jars in here. You don't want to lose the boil on this big old pot because it's a pain in the butt to get it going, especially if you got a weak ass stove like me. Ooh, did I say ass? I mean weak. Edit. We got a weak stove. If you got a gas stove, man, they're so much better to do pickling on a gas stove, I think personally. Okay, we got the jars out. Now, the reason for you're heating up your brine is because you don't want to put cold brine in hot jars because they pop, and we're not all about the snap, crackle, pop, right? So let's get down and dirty on this. Be right back. So I lost my little tripod. I think a little tricycle motor around here, like skirted off with it. So we're gonna use the big bipod. We're gonna start putting pickles in jars. It's always safe to boil a couple jars and make sure you got enough sanitized jars than not have enough. See, I think I'm only gonna be able to make about 2 jars of pickles right here. So, but I did 4, because how bad would that suck if I didn't have enough jars ready for the occasion? When you're done dropping this stuff in here, you gotta clean the seals off. Another thing, guys, if you run out of jars and you just wanna get this thing done, it's okay to throw these in a jar with a little bit of brine juice and just put the lid on it. Just make sure you eat it within, you know, a reasonable amount of time, and you gotta put it in the fridge. See, we didn't need that extra jar, did we? But it was sure nice to have. All right. You don't necessarily need one of these, but a funnel, a wide mouth funnel for pouring your brine into these jars is always easy than just trying to yadle the liquid in there. So you're gonna want to pour this in, and you gotta be careful not to do too much. But you want to leave what they call head space at the top. This is a space that you're gonna have a little bit of air. Now, believe it or not, safe bet is 1/4 inch. Always 1/4, 1/4 of an inch. All right, this is the time that you guys want to wipe these jars down on the outside. You need a clean surface. Anything on the outside, get rid of. Guys, use your lids once and then trash them. They're not worth saving, first of all. They're fairly cheap, inexpensive, and it's gonna save you time, your time, not ruining your food because you had a bad seal. See that? That's how full I made that jar. That jar didn't have a lot of pickles in it, but I still, you hear that? That's my beast. All right, it didn't have a lot of pickles in it. Oop, we don't want to do that. You want to make sure that stays popped out. You want to resist the temptation of pushing down on your lids, okay, guys? Let them sit. Don't press your lids down. Now, you're going to want to get these down tight. Now, we're not talking grandpa tight. We're not talking tight and then 1/4 inch more. Just get them tight. You can see I have the water just right above the lids. Not going to totally submerge. I want them to boil up and boil over. Let's put the lid back on so this thing boils. You guys staring at me? You guys are creeping me out. Quit staring at me so much. Ooh, creeping me out. I made a little jar of jalapenos. Pickled jalapenos. It's gonna be so good. You guys see that one right here? This one right here? See how it's like buckled right there? It's like pushing out and wrinkling. What causes that? Because I've had that happen a few times now and I don't know what's going on. All right, so there's 100 gallons of pickles right there. All made up, pickled, ready to go. I mean, what, 3 pints, all right, yeah. So that funny jar right there, That's one that's gonna go right in the fridge. We'll eat that now. The rest of these, just let them go down, and when they pop down, then they're ready to go in. What do you want, woman?
Those are quarts, not pints.
Pints.
They're not pints, they're quarts.
Who asked you?
I'm just letting you know this.
I just said it was 100 gallons of pickles.
And then you said it was pints.
We got 600 gallons of pickles here. It doesn't matter what that woman says.
Nice, Gina. Trying to
These
help
are
you.
quarts.
You look like a dumbass.
They're quarts. They're quarts.
Dumbass.
All right, we got 3 quarts. We got 3 quarts. One of the quarts is going in the fridge because it has a jacked up lid. You guys tell me why that's happening, because I have no idea why it's happening. And then we got some jalapenos right here. And a pint jar. Gosh. Quart, pint. Right? Yeah, this is a pint, right? Whew. Man, I know I kept it around for some reason. All right, that's it, guys. Done. Out. Get out of here. Bye.